Hello, let's do Wordle for Friday, November 28th. Yesterday we spun the wheel and it told us to start with Cavell. Maybe there's two L's today. Well, there's one L today, and we learned that there's not two L's, so, that could be worse, because often there are two L's. There's no E also. So, common letters, S-T-R-N. If only I could guess sternal. Not today. It doesn't end in L. So, I'm thinking L second. So why don't we do an S-L word? And then do we want like a T or... I suppose there's... I was going to say slate, but we don't want the E. There's slant. Actually, slant looks really good. Let's go with that. Slant. All right. Well, we eliminated a bunch of common letters, which is good. And we still haven't found where the L goes. So I'm going to try starting with L. I thought of limit, but there's no T. Can I get the R in there somehow? Lyric? Lyric is fun. Let's try that. Okay. I have found where the L goes. It's in the middle, and we end in IC today. Didn't I try an IC word yesterday? Okay, anyway. We end in LIC. We do not... Is it like folic acid? Like what else would there be? I'm just going to guess that. Folic. No. Oh, there's another olic word. I briefly thought if there was another olic word, but I didn't see one. Colic? Is that how you spell colic? Like baby is colic? What else? Is there anything more obvious? QW, like Pollock, Dolic. Am I pronouncing it wrong? Olic? Maybe it's Olic, Jolic. I'm gonna try colic. It was colic. Is it? I'm gonna look that up because I think that's, as far as I know, colic is that the issue with babies. What exactly is it? Something to do with let's see. It's just, yeah, okay. Colic is defined as frequent, prolonged, and intense crying in an otherwise healthy infant, or sharp, spasmodic abdominal pain in adults due to a blockage. For babies, colic is often diagnosed using the rule of 3, crying for more than 3 hours a day, more than 3 days a week, for more than 3 weeks. For adults, it can refer to pain in intestinal and urinary system, like kidney stones and gallstones. Okay. It just subsides on its own. All right. Very happy I did not have a colic baby. I feel sorry for both the baby and the parents when that happens. All right. Let's spin the wheel before anything else and see what we're going to start with tomorrow. All right. We have Tyson Price suggesting the word audio. So if you would like to follow along, start with audio tomorrow. And a bunch of other people will by, because I think it's the third most popular start. Something like that, maybe fourth. We'll see. I'll take a look at the bot later. All right. Well, let's check with the bot and see how we did today. Did we make good guesses? I feel like I did, but who knows? So the answer was colic. And we started with Cavell, a very good starting word. All right, it got us down to 198 words. That's actually not bad considering the double L. It suggests split. Interesting. I went slant, which I thought would be... Okay, slant is on here, but it's ever so slightly worse. Now we're down to 29 words, and it suggests just going straight to folic. It makes sense because it knows there's folic and colic. I guess there's some other F words, filmy, filch. I went lyric. Lyric's actually number 3 here. It's tied for second place. So that wasn't a bad guess at all. And now we're down to colic and folic, and I made the wrong choice. All right, but after folic, there was nothing I could have guessed. Literally nothing other than colic. So I didn't have to worry about accidentally losing, guessing weird words. You never know, though. All right, so it would have gone split, which gets that Li right in place. It's going to go cilia or it could get it in 3 with colic, or it could do folic, colic, or cilia is also going to get us right to colic. All of these that are less than the 1.8s are going to get it next guess. That's the only way that it averages out that way. All right. Cool. Let's look at its suggestion of tails. Tails and then filch and then colic. All right. By the way, I'll mention this every once in a while. I don't use the default settings on the bot because what I don't like is when it suggests a word I've never heard of as a guess. Because if it's suggesting a word I've never heard of as a guess, I would never be able to follow along. So I'd like to see how it plays using words that I could have reasonably thought of. So what I do is I use the filtered New York Times WordleBot answers as the choose your answers. And for the choose your guesses, I use the New York Times WordleBot guesses option. And these are both extracted from the official bot, so it should match pretty closely to what the official bot is willing to guess and would consider an answer. All right, so that was tails. I don't remember what it did. Tails, filch, colic. Wow, gets in 3. After filch, it was the only colic. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if steel is going to have the yellow L, so it'll interesting. It goes right to folic and then colic. Folic. I don't know. I can't. It's the anyway. Folic and then colic. Sorry, I've been saying that wrong. We're going to look at due. Posit or spoil. Okay, so it gets the O, it moves the I, P, S, and T. It seems like P is P is like just below tier 1. It's a pretty good letter to get. Wow, it's just going to go straight to colic here. Gets in 3. Very lucky with 10 words left. All right. For audio, which is tomorrow's starting word, tonic, and then colic. Wow, gets in 3 as well. All right, Trace tries to get words in 3. Could, and then maybe 3 or 4. Sorry, Trace tries to get in 2. Did I say 3? I skipped stare. Let's look at stare, very common starting word. From stare, it's all gray, and it says do bow or lose on the ollie trap of all things. So this gets you golly and holly, which is enough to get you out of that ollie trap. From here, it's not too concerned, but it suggests folio. And then from there we go colic. All right. And then finally place is what the official bot starts with. In hard mode, we have could, and then colon or color. Either way, we're going to get colic after that. All right. So let's look at the official bot and see how people did today. Ooh, it gave me a 97 skill, 30 luck. So skillful but unlucky. So 77 other readers started with Cavell. It's spreading. It's spreading. I don't think anyone's starting with Cavell except for people who follow along with me. So that's awesome. Thank you for following along. Slant being the most popular follow-up. So following my use the common letters strategy, that's what you're going to come up with probably. Or slain if you want 2 vowels. Plain, plant. P is a good letter anyway. Lousy, laugh, stool, solar, trail. Altos is what it would go with. That's kind of interesting. Polis. Slant is the next best up to those 2. It would have just gone straight to folic. And yeah, same with the other bot. Lyric would have been a top pick, 93 skill, and then it's just down to folic colic. And so I actually increased my skill score and lowered my luck score by guessing wrong there. It's kind of weird how that works. It goes place, could, color, colic. That's basically the same. It just picked color over colon. All right. 0.2% people starting with colic. So that's just the people who get it in 1 every day. 99% solve rate. So it's on the verge of being one of the more difficult words. Because it's 99.0. We have 0.2 losing on folic and 0.1 losing on colon. Then we have colon, folio, comic. All right. Cool. Well, let me know how you did. And that is it for Wordle. If you would like to watch the New York Times games, you can just click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. If you use either of those 2 features, let me know in the comments. Do you use the clicking at the end of the video? Do you use the pinned comment? Because I'd like to know. I think that's an interesting thing to know, whether you appreciate having those. Anyway, and if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.